It's time for a bit of medical talk. And did you know that an estimated 50% of women who menstruate experience pelvic achiness during their periods? Now, you might get the impression that very painful periods are the norm, but while discomfort during menstruation isn't uncommon, especially in young individuals, severe menstrual cramps can signal a problem. Gynaecologist and obstetrician Dr. Jason Bennett, he is back to unpack the most important things for us to look out for, especially when it's that time of the month. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Hi, Zoe. Thanks for having me.
Oh, listen, it's great to have you back, and especially to unpack this, because I think there's a lot of ladies that don't really know the difference between normal and abnormal period pains.
Yeah, no, a lot of women don't. So a normal period is, as you said, a dull, achy feeling that starts in the lower part of the tummy. It can move to your legs, it can move to your back. It lasts a few days and it's usually quite tolerable. An abnormal period is more severe. It lasts longer. It may not go away at all. And it doesn't necessarily respond to normal pain medications.
So that's definitely a little bit of a red flag.
Totally.
Now, what are some of the symptoms a lady should not ignore?
So you shouldn't ignore if the pain is constant. So say if your pain starts and it doesn't go away, so it's there for your entire cycle. If the pain is very severe and so severe that it's keeping you away from your normal activities of daily living. So, for example, you're taking a lot of days off of work, you're skipping school, you should really get that addressed. And also if you're taking some pain medicines, but those pain medicines are just not enough.
Okay, then you know it's time to maybe seek medical attention.
Definitely.
Because my next question to you is, does period pain often, especially severe period pain, does that point to endometriosis or fibroids?
So endometriosis, that's when the special tissue that lines the uterus on the inside is situated on the outside of the uterus and sometimes around the ovaries. And then fibroids are when you have these kind of non-cancerous growths of the muscle of the uterus. So yes, endometriosis can cause very severe period pains. Fibroids, they can, but not that often. A lot of women walk around with very large fibroids, the size of a small baby, with no pain at all. So they don't necessarily cause pain.
And is something like endo or fibroids, is it hereditary? Like if your mom have it, there's a big chance you could have it?
So that's also a really good question, and no one really knows the answer. And there are a lot of reasons why people think you get endometriosis, and one of the biggest reasons is that your period may flow from inside of the uterus, outside your tubes, and into your peritoneum, or where your bowel and your bladder is. And then when a woman has a normal cycle, you can get severe pain in those areas.
Sure. Okay. I know quite a few ladies that suffer from that, and I really, really feel for them. Now, for those who struggle with perhaps regular period pain, or even those who suffer from abnormal period pain, what are some of the home remedies that we can try instead of just running to the doctor?
Yeah, so that's a good thing to start with home remedies, especially if your pain is not that severe. Number one, remember we chatted about using a menstrual diary. So it's good to try and predict when you're going to have your period. It kind of mentally prepares yourself. Number two, hot water bottles. They really do work. There are a few other things: adjusting your diet, so decreasing the amount of sugar in your diet, the amount of salt, decreasing alcohol, stopping smoking can really help. Things like massages, aromatherapy oils can also help. And then yoga, Pilates, and mindfulness and meditation really can contribute to helping the pain.
Oh, well, there we go. Thank you, Dr. Jason Bennett, for joining us today, especially talking all things when it comes to that time of the month. And that means women no longer need to stay home cuddled up with warm water bottles during their menstrual cycles. BRUFEN helps relieve period pain, which means happily being up and about no matter what time of the month it is. Targets pain caused by menstrual cramps. BRUFEN works where it hurts.